out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Luck. Under pressure and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
after the sack. It's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Fielded at the 33. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. First down, here's White. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wells. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Switch. He's coming. We got double up.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Luck. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Yellow. I've got blue lane. 6-man. Attack. Check curls. Mike, get the spine high.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Touchdown, Chiefs. Harrison Butker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Yellow. I've got blue lane. 55 to Mike. Switch up.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Yellow. I've got blue. Hey, let's get this.
The first carry for Josh Adams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Wait. I've got blue lane. Come on, D.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after is good. And it's now 21-0.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Colts nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
After the sack on first down, Luck, the completion good. This is Eric Ebron. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. On first down, Luck. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
Go! 5, 6, 5! Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. 11.
They run with Hines. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 12. Check 59.
Here's Hines. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
I got you. Hey, check.
Hey, team 6.
3 balls. Hurry.
After the run, Luck going to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They come out here in the I.
Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
Second down and goal. Luck toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But now it's third and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, the way to play good defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Back to throw. Love. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now here's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Should be able to protect it, but if you get careless with the football, look out.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a miss there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And taken right at the 35.
Let's go. First down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
12. 26
On 2nd and 9. Luck. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on third down, Locke. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Switch. Mike, check, 59. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On first down, it's Locke. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And the Colts.
Check out. 90. Let's go, Mexico. General West. Smart. No.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Now Locke. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Push him back.
On the toss, here's Williams. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jamal Williams, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
Go! 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing again on second down. Luck, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
First down, Indianapolis.
Check out. Green 80. No. We ain't giving him nothing to check.
Here's Luck. Campbell making the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, You've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a hit and lock, lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50, 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Here's White. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Attack! 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, Mahomes. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. Watch your slack, watch your slack. Watch your slack.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
57 colors, 57 colors. 58 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, a run from White. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown nation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go, let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On second down now, Flanagan. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time on what will be a 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And that will be incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, switch gears. Hey, Ripley.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mahomes now to throw. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Hey, get in the weight room. Check. 15.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
43. SOS.
80 weapon.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Chiefs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Luck. Now they go screen. It's complete. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 57, 57.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. That one goes for 36 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed, Been an easy day for him.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Now this time Mahomes will throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now here's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D.
Out of the gun, Luck. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Under crunch. Under 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Luck. And with a flag down, he goes. So it's like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack.
It's another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and following the holding penalty.
11. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we got 3 down.
To throw is Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another you know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's